Week 7 of the NFL kicks off with Thursday night football between the Denver Broncos and the Cleveland Browns. We break down the game for you, give you our best bet, and it all starts right now. Hey guys, it's Matt from GrandstandBettors.com, and we start Week 7 off with some Thursday night football action. Before we get into that action, just a reminder, if you're new to Grandstand Bettors, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our free picks, free predictions all NFL season long. While you're at it, smash that like button if you're excited for Thursday night football. It should be a good game, so without further ado, let's dive in to the game between the Broncos and the Cleveland Browns. And both teams really coming into this game not on a high note. They're 3-3 on the year, and although it is still early in the season, this game may tell us whether or not each or both of these teams have a chance of making the playoffs. Maybe a contender-pretender style kind of game here. The spread here is 2, and it's in favor of the Browns, and the over-under is at 41. Now, Denver started their season off 3-0, but it was pretty much expected given the teams they were playing in that span. Since then, they have lost 3 straight games against the Ravens, the Steelers, and just last week against the Raiders. Now, they've kept these games close for the most part, but it's largely due to their defense. They rank 4th in the NFL in run defense and overall yardage. Their secondary also very good, only giving up about 229 yards per game. Now, these stats, they're a bit deceiving considering who they've played, especially in the first 3 games of the season. But regardless, it's going to be a tough matchup for the Cleveland Browns offense here. Offensively, for the Broncos, they are still without their 2 best wide receivers, Jerry Jeudy and KJ Hamler. However, Tim Patrick and Courtland Sutton have done a good job filling in, giving Teddy Bridgewater some more options down the field there. Now, there were a lot of questions, us included, on Teddy Bridgewater actually maybe being the starting quarterback before the season started. But Bridgewater, he's really answered those questions for the Broncos and their offense. Naming him the starter was definitely the right move. He's thrown for 10 touchdowns, over 1,500 yards this season, and looks very comfortable in the offense. And remember, let's not sell him short. He has got the legs and the mobility to, like Lamar Jackson, to also run around on defenses. So it'll be a tough task for the Browns. You pair his running ability with the Broncos' rushing attack behind Melvin Gordon and rookie Javonte Williams. This game, this offense, they're going to be in better shape, much more so if they would have started Drew Luck all season. So Teddy Bridgewater has been a nice surprise for the Denver Bronco fan base, but the key to winning this game is to get in the Browns secondary, okay? And they should do it early and often. The Browns secondary has looked downright awful the past few weeks. If their passing game, the Broncos passing game, can get going here, that's going to open up the run game for Gordon and Williams. And they are going up against a decent run defense in the Browns, who are 6th in the NFL this year. So get that passing game going early for the Broncos, open up that run game, and I think it could be a long day for Cleveland Browns fans, including myself. Now, the Browns, they started off the season well as well. They had the Chiefs on the ropes, couldn't close it out, lost in week 1 to the Chiefs, but they did win the next 3 games after that. However, they have now lost back-to-back games with the Chargers and the Cardinals, where their defense, again, has looked atrocious, and the injuries are really piling up here as we go week from week. Now, a short week, that is something this team does not need. The injury list is just long. They include both starting tackles, 2 other offensive linemen on the IR, Nick Chubb, as we know, Kareem Hunt, as we know. They both have leg injuries. Jarvis Landry's been on the IR. Chance he could come back. Now, Baker's been dealing with a shoulder injury, and the list just keeps going on and on, especially when you look at the defense. JOK's out. I mean, if we want to talk about injuries, we could be here all day. But the Browns' depth has been tested, and over the past 2 weeks, it hasn't done well for them. Some red flags are appearing on their defense, and it just could get worse before it gets better, especially this week with a mobile quarterback in Teddy Bridgewater. Now, at full strength, the Browns have one of the best run games in the NFL with Chubb and Hunt, and in this game, against a very good defensive front seven, they're more likely going to probably have to pass here if they want to have a chance in this game, as third string D'Ernest Johnson and rookie Felton are just not on the same level as Chubb and Hunt. So they might try early on to get a running game going, but if they want to win here, they definitely have to do more in the passing game. They rank 26 in NFL passing, so with Baker ruled out, that's going to be a tall order for Case Keenum to have to step up and come in this game. Just like the Cardinals did last week, teams are going to start packing that box, limit the Browns' run game, and force the Browns to have to beat them throwing through the air. Now, like the Broncos, the Browns, again, have to get to that secondary early on in the game if they're going to be in this game. Considering how good both these teams' run defenses are, you have to think that there's going to be a lot of passing in this game. Even though the Browns will be without Hunt, Chubb, and Baker, they still have many, many playmakers on this team that can help their offense put points on the board. Case Keenum has shown that he can throw the ball over the course of his career, and being his first start as a Cleveland Brown at home, he's going to try to step up and win this much-needed game for the Cleveland Browns and really to stop the bleeding. And they really don't want to have to go into next week with the fan base saying the season's over, because that's what they're going to start saying. Being from Cleveland, I can tell you right now, the Cleveland Browns fans are on the verge of mutiny. So Case Keenum is going to be pumped up, and he's going to want to win that starting job over Baker Mayfield for the rest of the year. And I'm not going to get into that, but there is talk of Case Keenum, if he does well, of taking over Mayfield's job. Now, the over-under for this game opened at 42.5. It is down to 41 after the news that Baker will not play. The Browns, they're averaging 26 points per game this season, and the Broncos are averaging 21 points per game. In addition, the Broncos have also been putting up points late. That's something to look at. They scored 13 in the fourth quarter against Pittsburgh and 14 last week against the Raiders. Now, to be fair, they were down multiple touchdowns in those games, so maybe the defense was playing a little laid back, a little prevent defense, but still, putting points up in the fourth quarter matters. With the total dropping and a QB who's played under Stefanski and has weapons with Peoples-Jones, Hooper, Higgins, possibly Landry coming back, we still think the Browns are going to be able to put up some points here, and we're going to go a little contrarian. Now, we never bet on the Browns, and we never bet against the Browns. So the only thing we could really look here is at the Broncos-Browns over-under. And we're going to go contrarian, like we said. We're going to go Broncos-Browns over 41 for Thursday Night Football. In all honesty, guys, this is a very biased opinion this week, as we are huge Browns fans. So take it for what it's worth. Again, we think the Browns can score points. Who knows? Maybe Case Keenum comes in, throws 4 interceptions. But we have to have optimism, so take our prediction with a grain of salt this week, only because it is our Brownies. We just never bet on the Browns. We won't do it. So we'll bet on the over-under there. Hey, listen, in all honesty, I think -2. I think that's a good number for the Browns. Case Keenum is a veteran quarterback, and he knows how to throw the ball. 100% Case Keenum against an injured Baker Mayfield, I think they're the exact same. So if you want to, look at the line -2 and take that, but we'll never do it. So, hey, just a reminder also, Grandstand Bettors, we're going to be doing live play-by-play and live betting, a watch-along for this game. So join us Thursday at 8:15 here on our YouTube channel, where we give out some player props, dive into some great value betting throughout the night. But, hey, for now, guys, as always, sit back, relax, enjoy Thursday Night Football, and we'll see you on the live stream.